little teary-eyed. But yeah, and then I wake up the next day and like have a phone call like with my lawyers for one of the lawsuits.
Jake Paul has hit rock bottom faster than anyone anticipated. Recently, he faced a crushing defeat in a sparring session with Mike Tyson that could spell the end of his boxing career. The bout wasn't just any sparring match, it was a brutal display of Tyson's power that left Jake Paul in tears. This is the knockout that might define the end of Paul's boxing aspirations. After months of trash talk and grandiose claims about knocking Tyson out on November 15th at the T Arena, Jake's performance was a stark, humiliating reality check. You won't want to miss how this epic fail unfolded. This might truly be the final chapter of Jake Paul's boxing career. It's hard to see how he could bounce back from this devastating setback. The former Disney star might need to consider hanging up his gloves for good.
From boxing, I'm getting hit in the f***ing face every single day while I could be playing soccer in Saudi. I'm friends with the Saudis slash football.
Back in the day?
I was on the A team in 7th grade. I have a really good kick. I can run fast, and I'll knock out everyone that f***s with us.
Yeah.
Please give me $1 billion.
And I approve this.
We have exclusive footage of the sparring session where Mike Tyson delivered a knockout blow that could end Jake's career. Tyson decided to pull the plug on their highly anticipated fight after realizing Jake wasn't prepared to face a seasoned pro like him. But Tyson didn't just cancel the fight, he effectively dismantled Jake's entire boxing career with it. During the pre-fight sparring last week, Tyson utterly humiliated Jake in the ring. Jake endured a severe beatdown that left everyone in the gym stunned. Jake has been in tears ever since. The story takes an even crazier turn after this humiliation. What Jake Paul did.
They're suing me for something I didn't do. Like, on God. It's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of money.
Next is almost unbelievable. You won't want to miss how this drama unfolds. Stick around to get all the details of this shocking incident. Jake Paul's overconfidence collided with reality in his sparring session with Mike Tyson. The two faced off to gauge their skills, and Jake's dream of becoming the next boxing kingpin came crashing down hard. Jake entered the ring brimming with ego, convinced he could take on a legend. However, Tyson, even at 58, showed no mercy. It quickly became clear that Jake was out of his depth. Tyson was sharper, faster, and far more powerful than Jake could handle. This sparring session proved to be a brutal wake-up call, highlighting just how unprepared Jake was for a fighter of Tyson's caliber. After just a few rounds, Tyson landed a devastating combo that sent Jake Paul crashing to the canvas. In an instant, all the swagger and bravado Jake has been flaunting for months evaporated. We've been noticing that Jake's stamina has been lacking, and this sparring session only confirmed it. Most of the footage from this disastrous session will never be seen by fans. And that's likely the one thing Jake is grateful for right now. The session, meant to test both fighters' readiness, showed just how brutal the knockout was. Imagine the embarrassment if the footage were to leak. It's ironic, given that Jake has built his persona around being a knockout artist, boasting about his power and co-highlights as if they're trophies. Now, he's the one face down in the most humiliating way possible. Remember Jake Paul's big talk at the August 18th presser? The problem child was practically daring Tyson to come at him, even mocking Mike for his age and health in front of the entire boxing world. Jake went so far.
Go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight. So yeah, what about that, dog? I was ready before. You needed a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurt still?
As to curse out New York, vowing to take down their legend as if defeating Tyson would be his crowning achievement. Well, that bravado didn't age well. Fast forward 2 weeks, and Jake's career is on the brink of collapse. During their sparring session, Tyson demonstrated exactly why he's considered one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. It wasn't just the raw power Mike brought to the ring, it was the skill and experience that Jake couldn't match. Tyson's ring IQ, honed over decades, was evident as he read Jake's moves and dodged his punches effortlessly. At one point, Tyson landed a brutal right hook that left the gym buzzing, with everyone watching wide-eyed as Jake struggled to stay upright. That knockout blow was more than just a loss, it shattered Jake's delusion that he could compete with top pros. The problem child had convinced the fight world he was an elite athlete with his cocky demeanor and boasts about knocking out Tyson, but it was all just hype. Now that he's been exposed in the ring, Jake's credibility is in freefall. Ironically, his own words from that August presser have come back to haunt him. At the August 18th press conference, Jake Paul boldly claimed that Tyson's time was up and that he was going to put the old man to rest. He said it with such confidence, as if Tyson was just another name on his hit list. Fast forward 2 weeks, and Jake's fantasy world has crumbled. Not only did Mike Tyson humiliate him in sparring, but Jake's entire career is now hanging by a thread. It's striking how quickly Jake's bold promises turned into a harsh reality. Now, Jake isn't just dealing with the loss of fame, his credibility is in shambles. Jake Paul not only faced a career-defining loss, but also saw a significant financial blow. This fight had millions riding on it. Fight earnings, sponsorships, and even a major Netflix documentary were all at stake. It wasn't just another influencer boxing match, it was poised to be one of the biggest money-making events of Jake's career. But after being wrecked by Mike Tyson, all that money is gone. Contracts are cancelled, and the documentary is likely off the table. Jake was set to cash in big, but now he's left with nothing but a bruised ego. This rapid fall from the top to rock bottom was almost inevitable. Jake Paul's boxing career has been precarious from the start. While he had the hype, clout, and some knockout wins against washed-up athletes and social media stars, it was clear he didn't belong in the same conversation as real fighters. It was as if Jake was playing dress-up, pretending to be a professional boxer, while true stars like Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez were out there grinding. Boxing isn't a playground for YouTubers looking to boost their brand, it's a battlefield for athletes who have dedicated their lives to the sport. Jake Paul has relied on his brash personality to stay relevant in the fight game, talking a big game, calling out legends, and playing the villain. But it's all been an act. Recently, Jake has been way out of his depth, calling out the biggest names in the sport without considering his own skill level. Take Conor McGregor, for instance, one of the most dangerous strikers in MMA, who has faced legends and built a formidable legacy. Yet Jake acts as if he can take him on. Conor has fought the best of the best, while Jake entered boxing as a way to keep his name in the spotlight after his YouTube fame.
What is up, you Irish cunt? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning.
But boxing isn't a fleeting trend or a game you can play just to stay relevant. It's a serious sport that demands genuine skill and dedication. This sparring session with Tyson exposed that Jake Paul has been coasting on hype alone. Tyson revealed that Jake is far out of his league. The ring is a sacred space for true athletes where legacies are forged and reputations can be destroyed in an instant. For fighters like Davis and Canelo, boxing is their life. For Jake, it has always seemed more like a marketing stunt, and that's why his career was doomed from the start. The moment he faced someone who truly understands what it means to be a real fighter, his whole act fell apart. Now, he's left with nothing but a bruised ego, a shattered reputation, and fans who are beginning to realize that Jake Paul's reaction after getting knocked out by Mike Tyson was absolutely devastating. The blow hit him hard, not just physically but mentally. After all the trash talk and hype, being demolished like that in front of everyone was a huge blow to his ego. But here's the kicker: Jake isn't just done with this fight, he's ready to leave boxing behind entirely. He's declared that he's had enough, claiming that the fight world never took him seriously from the start. In his words, they've been bringing him down from the beginning. Now he's talking about returning to his roots, ditching the gloves, and leaving the boxing ring for good. We all knew that the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight was in jeopardy, but with this knockout, it's clear it will never happen. So that's all I have for you today. Do you think Jake still deserves a spot in the fight world? Fill the comment section with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Ver really belonged in the world of serious boxing.